Hi, this is Cheryl. This is a movement study that looks at a way to work with having specific areas of your back, like say, a tight lower right, low back area, or even tightness on, the side of your neck. And we can really often want to really hone on the places that hurt and give them lots of attention to sort of fix them. This is a movement study that looks at taking what is parts of your spine, so like low back, the mid back here, where your shoulder blades are, and your neck, and to help your spine become one spine. And of course, structurally, it's all one set of bones, but functionally, we can sort of act as if, our neck does one thing, and our mid back does another thing, and our low back does something again. We can have habits, that have us sort of rest one way or the other. And it creates a kind of spine that acts as if there's sections, and then the way we move those sections can really set us up to feel pain, either at the top or the bottom. And so this is a really basic kind of movement idea, one of treating your spine as one line, so from the base of your head all the way down to your tailbone and your pelvis, and to look at how that spine can rotate. So if I get a little prop here, if this is our pretend spine, really looking at having that movement come right from the bottom, right from the pelvis, as a core way that we can move ourselves. And committing to that kind of movement can really help take off the additional use from places that might have some chronic pain or tension. And so the basics of this, really start with the feet, and the pelvis, and this idea that if I, press into my left foot and turn my pelvis, this sets up rotation through your spine. Especially when you're dealing with differences. So if, and I myself, if I go one way, I can turn less easily on one side than the other, is not to try and force this movement to be the same, but to, do a little bit of this every day. Like I would say, 5 minutes, if you're working at a desk, 5 minutes of just pausing and letting this rotation happen in the way that it will, and allowing that, the constriction. So I myself have a constriction on my right side, my right hip, that allowing the movement of this can start to increase the ease, can start to increase the range of motion, not because I'm trying to make it happen, but because I'm just allowing this rotational movement to move me right from my feet, right from my pelvis, and letting the rest of my spine turn as it will. And for sure, I notice as I do this, that there's a place in the mid back where it feels like I've got a separation. So I've got a lower spine, and then there's a tight spot and an upper spine. And so again, rather than like focusing in on that place, to just really commit to, keeping your head on top of your spine. Often that means having your chin down so that the back of your neck has a little bit more length, and just letting your spine go along with that. And it's really helpful in doing movement for to sort of change your brain, change your nervous system, to do, frequent and small tastes of this movement to help literally wire that into your nervous system and your brain as this is a movement possibility I can do. And then, just to monitor, so what happens as I do this movement, a little bit each hour over a few days, because what I'm noticing, even this amount of demonstration, I've got a little bit more flexibility, a little bit less constriction in the place that I started with. And that place in the midpoint is also, it's still there, but it's a little bit freer. I have a little bit more sense of my whole spine turning. So this is a great practice to do, throughout your day. If you've got an office job, you're doing a lot of forward typing or mousing, and just to bring you back to this line of your spine and this way that you can turn yourself. It's a core movement that happens when we're walking, when we're reaching, even driving. There can be this kind of movement happening, and it's a way to distribute the effort of moving across more of your body, so you feel it. There's less demand on very specific parts of your body. So hopefully this helps. Love to hear your feedback, and thanks for watching this video.